The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Jags and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
Now Pollard. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Tony Pollard. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive. And at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
For so long, the Jacksonville Jaguars have been seeking their franchise quarterback, and they believe they've got their guy now. How about this? 38-2 in his collegiate career, won a national championship his freshman season, and the only losses he ever suffered during the college football playoffs. Had to have a little bit of surgery in the offseason, but this is a guy who's locked in on football, has everything you're looking for in a quarterback.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Here's Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And there he goes again. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 71-yard punt return.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part just got the punt return for a touchdown.
And I would imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from him.
Yeah.
Should have kicked away from him. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
To return, here's Agnew.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they had down on their play sheet, because most teams start with that script, that so-called script, about things they want to do. Some of those plays are used to probe, and some of those plays are used to attack. I think they're going to try to attack on this possession.
All right, let's see what happens. Will they attack? And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Logan Cook now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 21-0 our score after 1. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Power running by Zeke. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll have another 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 45 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A 1st down carry by Elliott. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Going for it all.
And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. Open space inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Cowboys open the lead up to 34-0. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. To return, here's Agnew.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. To return, here's Agnew.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson, and he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That's pulled in at the 32. Dodges him at the 50. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. C.D. Lamb. As time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3, and they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out and take pride in your work.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now. And that's what Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 62 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his third touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came into this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showing some tough running there.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. But bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later, so let's keep giving him some reps and seeing what they have.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run with Pollard. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Clay Brooks to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 4.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out.
And a nice spin into some open field. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Gilbert. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2nd and 10.
To throw again. Gilbert. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Being chased out left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down now. Pollard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now here's Pollard. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. On 4th down, Gilbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty